Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a Sephora and E.L.F haul. Originally, I was only going to do a Sephora haul, but there has been some things that I wanted to order from E.L.F that I needed already because I went through those products. So I placed the order. I was waiting for my Sephora order. Then I tried out the Sephora products and there's some products that I just didn't like from them, and I decided to show you guys the items that I'm returning. So let's get right to those. Let's ignore the hair. Take two. I just filmed this whole part and realized that the microphone was off. So I don't know how having this microphone is going to work out. I'm going to need to put a sign right there that I could read before I start recording to make sure that I check that the microphone is on. But anyways, I thought of showing you guys these 4 products that I'm going to be returning, exchanging before I do that, because I always watch Sephora hauls and makeup hauls, and something about Sephora hauls that I want to know if you guys kept all the products. Like, I want to know if you liked all the products once you tried them out, if you return them, exchange them, and I feel like we really don't get to see that. So I want to show you guys the things I'm returning because they didn't work out for me. Starting off with the YSL. I think this is like a new collection from them. This is a blotting lotion, and it's going to make your makeup matte and give you a blurred look. And from the reviews I read, it was pretty good for people with oily skin, and if you wanted something that was a really nice primer before your foundation. This did not work out for me. Honestly, it felt like it did nothing for my skin. I didn't see the mattifying look of it. I tried it a couple of times and it just doesn't feel like a product worth keeping for the price. I could just exchange it for something else. Honestly, I think I'm a little over trying high-end primers because they just don't work out. I feel like I'm so happy with my drugstore primers, and I haven't been happy with Sephora high-end primer for a while. So this is going to be the last of that. Next, I picked up a foundation and a concealer from Lancome. Honestly, this foundation has been recommended by some of you guys a lot, and I've seen reviews, and it just has really good reviews. Like, it's a really good foundation. It's a Tint Idole Ultra Wear. I got it in the shade 330 Bisque, and I honestly thought like the shade is a little bit light compared to the like online pictures and like swatches. My hair looks wild. It feels like it was a little too light for my skin, but I had an issue with it becoming patchy and those patches oxidizing. I have never experienced that with that foundation, and I thought it was like maybe my fault because I tried a new primer and foundation at the same time. So I decided to give it another try and test it with different primers that I love, different concealers, and it gave me the same look. It also doesn't feel like a full coverage foundation. I did about 3 layers on one of the tries, and I could still, like, I wasn't happy with the coverage. It didn't look right, and I tried a sponge, I tried a brush. I didn't know what else to try to make it work. I just gave up and I was like, okay, it's just not a foundation for me. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work on my skin, and I'm just gonna have to exchange it, return it for something else, because the price tag is not like, oh, let me just put it there and see when I'll make it work with other foundations. No, I was like, that's going back. And then the Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer in shade Beige 006. This concealer, it just didn't feel like anything special. That's pretty much it. That's how I could put it. And it's also super light. Like, their swatches, their picture swatches online of the models and like the swatch of the product is a little bit off compared to this color that I got. I definitely know this is a way too light concealer for me, but online it does not look like this. It looks like it has a little more color, so I was pretty shocked when I saw it. It's more of a cool tone, and I could pass the color, but the formula just wasn't anything special, anything that I was like, wow, like this concealer is awesome. Like, I've had more excitement for a drugstore concealer than I had with this concealer. I was just like, it's not the one for me. Let's just return it. And lastly, I picked up this palette from Artist Couture. And I want the color to show, but oh, there we go, I think. It's a Love Sprung palette, and it is a blush and highlighter palette. And I thought the packaging, first of all, is gorgeous. You guys know I love Artist Couture products. And there's nothing wrong with the formula. It's just the shades are too dark. The shades are not it for me, honestly. This first shade right here is too dark for my skin tone. I don't like how it looks. This Eternal Flame is, I think, like a highlighter, could be like a blush topper, but it's too dark for me as well. And then this one, which is the lighter shade in the palette, is too much of a bubblegum pink, and it's more matte. I don't really like those kind of shades, so there's no point in keeping this if I'm not even going to like one of the products, one of the colors in here. So I was like, okay, let's just pass on that, return, exchange it for something else, because it's just not it. And yeah, first impressions in products for me is like super important. Once I have like that, I didn't really like it first impression, I kind of go in with a little chip on my shoulder trying the products, but I still like give them their fair shot. I tried all of them more than once. And they just didn't work out for me. I tried the primer with different foundations that I already know and love. Still did do nothing. It made my skin, it didn't make a difference to my skin. The foundation I was really disappointed in because I really, really wanted to like it. A few of you recommended it here and on my Spanish channel. And the lack of coverage was what kind of threw me off. But like the patchiness, I don't really get patchy with a lot of foundations, even drugstore foundations. But that one was just not it. So let's just move on to the products that I am keeping and the new products that I exchanged these products for. Now that we went through those items, you guys saw that I returned, let's go on with the items that I decided to keep from the order. And starting off, we have the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. This is just a favorite, and I am so sad that I didn't get to get the jumbo size from the like holiday collection, holiday edition, whatever they come out with, one that's huge. It's like $78, but it literally lasts all year long. This one probably have to repurchase it like every 6 months, so it does last a good amount of time, because a little goes a long way. It's very moisturizing. The scent is really nice, and I'm not one to like coconut scents, but I just really like how this one smells. So this, you guys have seen, this has been repurchased over and over, and I think I have like 2 or 3 tubs empty in my empties little box. So that's that. Then I also decided to keep, the only makeup item that I decided to keep was this NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And I used to watch, what's her name, Michaela on TikTok, and she covers her acne with this, and then she goes in and applies her foundation, and it gives a more flawless look. As you guys can see, I still have some little acne bumps here and there, but I actually tried it to do that, and I really liked it for that. I also really like it to clean up my eyebrows. I usually use a stick foundation. I think it's the Makeup Forever one. No, not Makeup Forever. Makeup Revolution. Makeup Revolution stick cut foundation that I didn't like necessarily as a foundation, so I decided to find a purpose for it, and I have been using it forever to clean up my eyebrows. But that one is a little too creamy sometimes, and this one, since it's a more matte formula, I feel like I have to use less product. It gets the cleanup done much quicker than that other one, so I have been loving this so far already to clean up my eyebrows, which I know is kind of weird to be like, oh, I'm gonna keep it just to clean up my eyebrows, but whatever makes the job easier is better. Then I picked up the Glow Recipe Plum Plum Hyaluronic Cream Dewy Moisturizer and Plump. And I've seen great reviews. I've read the reviews on Sephora, if it'll focus. And I'm just excited. I'm halfway into my, what is it? Sunday? No, not Sunday Riley. What is it? Summer Fridays. It was a day of the week. Summer Fridays Cloud Dew Moisturizer. I am halfway into it. So I was like, you know what? I need to have one on hand because I don't like to be without a moisturizer. And if there's one thing in my skincare collection that I don't have backups of, is moisturizer. I have a few hyaluronic acids, like cleansing balms, night mask, sleeping masks, but I don't have moisturizer. So this is what it looks like. I love the packaging. I personally love Glow Recipe. Their watermelon products, watermelon glow products, are some of my favorite. And the scent is amazing. I also really like the, what is it called? The cleansing balm. And I like that this packaging is, you can just repurchase the little tub and you keep the glass. So you don't have to buy a whole other pot. You just buy the little refillable little thing, whatever it's called. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's the first time I see it in a moisturizer. So I will definitely, if I like it, continue to purchase it. It's more sustainable for them to do it that way than if you continue to throw away and buy like the whole packaging, which I like that idea. So we'll have to see. I haven't opened it. It's still sealed because I'm still working on the other one. So I'll let you guys know in the future once I like it. But moisturizer is one of the products that I feel like I go through, and we all go through the most because it's, you know, the most important thing. And then let me show you guys the samples because I used points and I feel like I got some pretty good samples this time around. So I think this was for points. These three were for points. I got the Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. I should really, really like this, and it's like a little, you know, small one. And I don't have one that I love right now, so actually, with the exception of the Glow Recipe one, the toner, that's what I'm using. But this one, I really, really liked it, and I remember how nice it felt on the skin and how nice it made my skin. I think this was a sample or points, I don't remember. It's a Huda Beauty You Deserve the Best Lashes, Major Volume, It's just a mascara. And I actually had been wanting to try it, so I think I picked it up for 100 points. And then this Way Leave-In Conditioner. I'm excited to try this. I love the way products smell. Oh my, yeah. Oh, okay. This smells amazing. So I'm excited to try that. And then I did also get Born This Way Matte Foundation. Is it foundation? Yeah. Honestly, I thought it was a sample of the concealer, which is why I chose it. But, I mean, it's fine. I'll still use it. I think the shade I actually use is light beige. Yep, it's light beige of the one I actually use. And I'm almost out of it. So, you know, it's cool that I got this one. It's just like a tiny baby one, which actually looks so stinking cute. And it even has a pump. So that was the other sample, or points. And then sample-wise, I picked the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Multi-Purpose Glow Concealer. Also thought it was foundation, but it's fine because I've been looking for new concealers to try. And what better way to try it this way, you know, and not having to pay the full, like, I'm pretty sure that's expensive. And then the other one is a Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer from Rare Beauty. So we'll see how I like either of these, and if I do, can pick it up because I'm just feeling like I need a new concealer, new foundation. Now we can move on to the things that I got in exchange for the products that didn't work out for me. I did end up picking 4 other products, and starting off with foundation. So originally I wanted the Dior Matte something foundation, but they didn't have the shade that I wanted, so I was like, okay, I'm still gonna pick something else. And since a lot of you have also recommended the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup foundation, I picked this one up. There was 2 shades that I could have gotten. This one was one of them because the other one they didn't have, and I didn't end up buying the pump. I know it comes with a little pump. You have to buy the pump separately, or the MAC foundation one is a good pump for this as well. But I'll have to test it and see if I like it, and then I'll buy the pump. Definitely if I like it, you guys know if it's a full matte coverage foundation, I usually repurchase. I picked up the shade 2N1 Desert Beige, so I'm very excited to try this out. It's one that has been on my list for the longest. You know how we have the list of those products that are like old cult favorites, so you're like, it's on my list to try one day. This one was definitely on there, so we'll see how it works out. And then I am in store for a new setting powder. I've told you guys the setting powder from Too Faced, the Peach Perfect, is discontinued. You can buy the small one, so I'm kind of thinking I will do that because it's a powder that I really, really like. Although I'm gonna have to buy like 3 or 4 because they're the small like travel size ones. And the E.L.F. matte one, I just can't seem to find it anywhere either. But it's like from the matte collection, matte line. They have 2, a light one and a deep one. That one was my absolute favorite from the drugstore, and I just can't find it. I looked in stores already. I looked online when I placed the E.L.F. order, and it's just sold out. It's been saying sold out for months, so I'm a little sad about that. So I decided to pick up the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Setting Powder. And I got the shade of 1.0 vanilla. And you know what? I had seen this one on Nicole Guerrero's one of her videos. She said she really likes it. It's really good. And for the longest time, I've trusted all her makeup recommendations, and the ones I've picked up have always worked really good for me. So I'm hoping this one will be the same, and I love it as much as all the other products that she's recommended. So I'm excited to try this out. Nothing like a fresh new makeup product. And it comes with like a little silk little pouch. Oh, with the little puff. Cute. So excited for that. And then concealer, I decided to pick up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer because I've heard great things about it. You guys know I don't really buy Anastasia products anymore. Not for any specific reason, but I just stopped liking her palettes. They didn't work out for me. And her liquid lipsticks, they don't really work for me either. But I've heard that her complexion products are really good. So this and the bronzer was on my list, but the bronzer, they didn't have it in store. So I picked up shade 7, which I think is going to be a good match for me. So I'm excited to try this out. And this is a big concealer. Like I don't know, it's pretty big. It reminds me of like Tarte Shape Tape, how big it is. Oh, and it has like a long applicator. So, excited for that. And lastly, since I returned the Artist Couture blush palette, I felt like I want an Artist Couture product. So I picked up the Supreme Nudes The Quickie Artist Couture palette. And I just love the name. You guys know I had a series on here called Quickie Review, which was where I did like quick reviews on makeup products. And the packaging, oh my god. I personally love his eyeshadows. The Supreme Nudes is one of my favorite palettes. And this is just like a baby of that palette. And maybe I didn't need it, but at the same time I did because the colors are beautiful. The names are super cute. Supreme 2.0, Mink Aesthetic, Iconic, Undressed, Brilliance, Exposed, and Nudist. Let me know if you guys would like to see a tutorial, which I know is not going to be very interesting with this palette. But I actually want to do a video trying all these new products because they are new to me and I haven't used them before. So be on the lookout for that because I am very excited. Now let's move into my E.L.F. order, which I was very excited for. Honestly, there are some products that I've been wanting to try and I needed to pick up again. My box got a little funky in the mail. I don't know if something was spilling. I've checked everything and nothing looks like it was spilling. Maybe something spilled like I don't know, from someone else and not from another product. So let's move this out of the way because the box is a little gunky. Alright, so the two repurchases that I needed, and I showed you guys already in my previous video, are the primers. I got the Jelly Pop Dew Primer. These are primers that I always need to have in my collection, in my stash. These are my everyday primers. And then the E.L.F. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I love these equally. They do the same thing on my skin. I really, really like them. I apply one of these, either of these, whenever I do my makeup, and then I go in with like a pore filling primer, smoothing, blurring primer, and that combo has just been amazing for me since I started using these. So love these. And then I saw that they came out with a new primer, and it's the E.L.F. Power Grip Primer in clear. It has like that green tint, kind of like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I will say I tried this today. I couldn't wait. I wanted to see how it felt. I would say it's more gripping than these. These definitely have a little bit of a grip to them, I would say, but this one definitely has more of that. And for me, it also has like that hydrating feel like these. So I am very excited for this. It's a very promising product, and this is what it looks like. I'm glad they changed the packaging a little compared to those. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. It has no scent, but it feels nice and hydrating, and it gives you that little stickiness. Not extremely sticky or too like weird. It's just the perfect amount of grip. So excited for that. And then I picked up two bronzers, cream bronzers. I picked up the E.L.F. Putty Bronzers, two shades, because I want to see how they look. As you guys can see, they're very, they're pretty different. One is more warm toned than the other, so I want to see how they look on my skin. These are the Putty Bronzers. This is Feeling Shady, and then this is Honey Drip. So I'm excited. This one looks like the ones I'm currently using right now, but I wanted to see how this goes and looks on the skin. So I'm excited to test these out. I've been wanting them for a while, but I was waiting for my powder to be back in stock so that I could place the order. I just got tired of waiting because I needed primers ASAP. And then I picked up the Putty Blush Brush, and I will definitely be using this for the putty bronzers, just because I really like stippling brushes to apply cream products like that, and this looks like it's going to be a perfect brush for that. Even though it is for the blushes, I will be using it for the bronzers. And lastly, I got two free products. The first one is the E.L.F. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. It was a little freebie when you spent, I think, like over $40. You could pick two. And then the Holy Hydration Daily Cleanser. This is what might be spilling, but oh yeah, it's sliced up right here. So I won't be using this, but this is the other thing that I got for free. And that's basically it for this haul. Let me know if you guys would like to see a video testing out these products, because I'm actually very excited for it. And I will be mixing the primers with those foundation and concealer products and powder. So we have like a full face, because I can even use the eyeshadow to do like a full face of new products. I'm excited for that. That will be coming up soon. So I hope you guys are excited for that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like always, I will see you in my next one. Bye.